All right, so I forgot to do the last two problems off of the 3-3 notes because it was stuck to the other one, so I didn't get them done. So I'm going to find this, which is going to equal the inverse of g, the derivative of the inverse of g at 1, which is going to equal 1 over g prime of the inverse at -1 of 1. Now this part right here is from the formula on the other side, so I got to go up here and I need to find the inverse of g of 1. Well, I hope you all remember that if I do g of something, I've got to get a 1 out. G of something has to give me a 1 out. So what I find right here is if I do g of -1, g of -1 gives me out 1. So if you remember, inverses mean that we flip-flop the sides, so that means g prime of 1 will equal -1. So what that means is I get to take this -1 value and stick it in here. So I get 1 over g prime of -1. So now I need to find g prime of -1, which is -1/5. So this is going to be 1 over -1/5, which is fine for an answer, or flip the bottom upside down and you get that the inverse of g at 1 would be -5. We're going to do a very similar thing here. That means we need to find 1 over g prime of the inverse at 3. So what I'm going to look for now is what gives me out, oh, that's a -3. What gives me out -3? Well, -3 is here. And so when you do this, g of 4 equals -3. So the inverse of -3 will equal 4. So I get to come over here and I get to do g prime and I stick in that 4. So I do g prime is this line. When x is 4 gives me -2. So this is 1 over -2. And that would be the inverse of g, the derivative of the inverse of g at -3.